All right, what's up, everybody? Come on in, get comfortable, and feel the vibes. All right, I want you to take a deep breath in and blow it out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, new year, new vibes. And what I kept getting for the collective vibration was all the things you love. Okay, so get ready because it's going to be an action packed. Oh, there's a confirmation. I know you heard that ding. All the things you love will be coming into your reality. In fact, I want you to get yourself rooted and grounded in love because this is what's going to help attract it in even further. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a collective reading for like the general vibes. Okay, and I will be using my very own tarot deck. Okay, I will announce the name of this tarot deck a little bit later on in the year, but it will be available. Okay, so stay in tune with that, and you guys will be seeing the images as I go along. Okay, and so like I was saying, all the things that you love, right? And so it's just like a turnaround season where maybe you went through a time where everything you love just it was like it was repelled from you. Okay, but now it's attracting, it's coming towards you. Okay, but this is the thing, you're going to have to allow. That's your key word. Allow. This is the point that I got to, that word, allow. Good things can happen for you, like that's okay. You're going to allow. I allow for good things to come into my life, right? So we're going to be jumping into a traditional spread to kick this off. And this is one of the things that I love. So I will be doing this all year. So jumping into our reading, what is at the center of it all? Ooh, the page of coins. Okay, so some of you guys, an idea, there's another confirmation, an idea that you have. It's like the light goes off, the light bulb goes off. It's a light bulb moment type of year, right? Where all year you're going to be having ideas and then you're going to be understanding how to move forward to get those ideas going. Okay, there's going to be a lot of learning this year. You're going to have a lot of resources this year. There will be no excuse this year for you to say, well, I didn't have this or I didn't know that and nobody showed me and nobody told me. Not this year. Okay, there are going to be so many resources surrounding you. This page of coins here, she went to the mall. She can, even though she's young, she can still go into any of those stores and she can buy what she wants. She's learned tricks of the trade, like she understands how things work. And so she's putting herself in a really good position for the future. And a lot of you guys, you've either already done that, put yourself in a good position for the future, and the future is now, or this is what you're doing right now. And in the future, you're gonna be like, man, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I put my money there. I'm glad I invested in that. Now look at that. We got the magician. Now, in this deck, they're on a different planet where they can tap into different energies and vibrations that don't exist on planet Earth. Okay, we found a way to intergalactically travel. And so she is learning how to harness the energies of the new planet. She's learning how to create things that have never been created before. She's really tapping into things for the very, very first time. And then she goes back and teach. You guys, I'm feeling like this everything you touch is going to either turn to gold, platinum, or diamond this year. Okay, you got the magic touch. There's something that you can do. Again, it might be related to some project that's just starting off, but there's something that you have that has the potential to explode. Okay, but the key is you're going to love what you're doing. Okay, all the things you love. Now there is the hermit. This also jumped out, the hermit card. Like some of y'all been like, listen, don't even look at me, don't even talk to me, I'm in my mode, right? Some of y'all been in hibernation mode. Some of y'all have been off the scene, you've been off the grid, you've been in isolation season, you've been being called to higher spiritual information. And in order to receive that information, you kind of had to fall back, right? Like this hermit. But this here is a space pod. It is the beginning of events. Okay, so this space pod has the ability to take you anywhere throughout the galaxy for an event, whether it's a date, whether it's a meetup with your friends, whether it's a wedding. Okay, it has the potential to take you anywhere you want to go, but a lot of it surrounds romantic relationships. Okay. So some of y'all have been off the scene when it comes to romance, when it comes to relationships, but you guys are about to get a jolt. You're about to get that good morning coffee that really helps to wake you up in that area, in that department. Okay. So be open. Remember, I said all the things you love. And this Ace of Cups is all about love. So a plethora of things that you love this year is going to be highlighted. All right. Coming out of hermit mode, getting ready to travel intergalactically, which may manifest in your reality as you mixing and mingling and going to different events or being around people who you love, or events, doing crafts that you love, watching movies that you love. Let's see what's at the core. This just jumps out. Ooh, the Tower. And when one thing crumbles, it is the opportunity to build something new. So something may have fallen down, whether it's a belief system, a mindset. And for some of you guys, it's something that needed to go. For most people, it's like fear, right? This thing crumbling, it now leaves something new. A mistake is an opportunity to be creative. That's my philosophy. Because like I could be writing something and then I'll mess it up. So then I'll just like keep writing over it until it's a doodle and then it's a little piece of artwork. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mistakes are an opportunity to get creative. How am I going to fix this to make it look better? Right? So your Tower moment was necessary. And it may have put you in isolation mode for 2013 or bits and pieces throughout, but it's going to take you to a place of new mental clarity, emotional clarity. Like you're really just going to be sure. 2024 is going to be beautiful and delectable for you because you're sure about who you are. You're sure about what you got and what you can do as the magician. You're creating this reality and you understand that it's about you. You are the main character. Okay, keep that in mind as you're creating this year. Don't create on behalf of nobody else. Create on what you love. Okay. And if people fall out, let them fall out. Okay, let's go see what happened in the past. We're going to crawl just a little bit back into the past to see what came out. Five of Wands. You see that there? Take a look at that. Now she out there in the front, she looking good. And then it's those people in the back, the people behind, with those mean mugs on their face, right? So some of you guys had to overcome a lot of, maybe backstabbing, betrayal, things going on behind the scenes, things happening behind your back. You may not be able to see it, but you can feel it, right? You can feel those energies, right? And so you've overcome that. And that may also be a reason for this isolation, for this hermit mode. But little did those energies know you were alchemizing. You were transmuting that energy. And so it only made you come out bigger and better, shining a lot brighter. Okay. So you've overcome a lot. You've overcome a lot of jealousy. You've overcome a lot of hating and even people who just, have that evil eye or people saying low vibrational things. You were able to overcome that in your mind. You were able to prove yourself, even though you probably weren't trying to prove yourself. Okay. And one thing about this card here is that she doesn't turn around. Because those people who are mean mugging and doing all that, they're behind her. So in 2024, we don't turn around. Okay. And that's not to say that they just going to be back there running their mouth. But she knows that she's doing something. So that comes with the territory. All right. So keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Not everybody is worth a turnaround. Let's see what's going on in your headspace. What's crowning this whole thing? Oh, that Knight of Wands. Now he is a teleporter. Okay, again, in this deck, we can travel intergalactically. So he is a young man who is able to go from different galaxies onto different planets in the teleportation machine. Okay, so he's able to get there in a fraction of a second. But sometimes things happen in between. Okay, I like to call him a jumper because he can go between different dimensions. And as he's doing those things, he sees things and learns things that the average person would never see or learn because they don't get to go into the dimensions where he is able to go, right? And so the same thing is happening with you. Your mind is being elevated and taken to places that are very rare, right? For the human mind to be able to climb those heights of wherever it is, intergalactic messages, whatever it is that you can tap into, the human mind, would usually fry going that high. But because of the technology, because of the different planet, because of the different vibration, you're able to do those things. And so a lot of you guys are now tapping into and seeing and experiencing and feeling and ultimately manifesting things that a lot of people will not be able to understand. It's going to blow their mind what you're able to manifest. And of course, he has on a mask because traveling intergalactically, he want to make sure he stays safe. It's a lot of moving and a lot of shaking and a lot of information gathering that puts you ahead. It gives you the advantage. Now, this young man, he's young, right? So it doesn't matter what age you are, but you're coming into the information that's new. Okay, so it's fresh and it's new, right? You're coming up with trends. You're able to bring things from other places into other atmospheres, right? You're a messenger. You're a jumper between dimensions who is able to bring information to Earth that doesn't exist. This deck gets really deep. I can't wait for you guys to jump into it, okay? The backstories behind each of these people is pretty amazing, okay? If I do say so myself. So get into it, y'all. Now that's what's happening in the near future. Let's look at what's happening in the near future. What's coming up for the collective body? Ace of Coins. Okay, now you see this here. This is the rocket rails. The rocket rails, it's like the railroad for the galaxy. And up in there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the railroad trail. You can stop at all them different planets. And remember, we're going at millispeed, right? Things are not moving slow like they used to. So the Ace of Coins, you got something that can take off very quickly. Okay, 2024 is about speed. Like I told you, starting off with that Ace of Coins, you got an idea. You heard the ding when I said it's an idea, ding. You know there is something. It's a light bulb going off, and it doesn't have to take forever. 2024 is something about like jumping through the portal, through the teleportation device. You on the rocket rails, and in a millisecond, you can travel from one state of being to another. In your life, your reality can switch just like that. It's all about reality jumping, okay? We're switching timelines and we're doing it in milliseconds, in fractions of the time. And people be like, you supposed to take the old long road and like, well, listen, come on now. We're able to tap into and go into different dimensions and do all of that right now. Then let's go. You know what I mean? You got stuff to do on this planet. So we need as much time as possible. We need time management. And if I can go intergalactically and pull it to the earth in a millisecond, then fine, I'm going to do that. And for all of you all who are on this intergalactic light wave, whatever it is that we're on right now, it's moving fast. Tap into the vibe, grab what's yours, and make things happen, okay? Create, create, create. Now, let's see what's happening in the fear space. What might one in the collective fear during this time? The Knight of Swords, okay? Crossing T's, dotting I's, and information coming in that jolts you, right? Everything's going good. We're wonderful. We're great. Then all of a sudden, somebody rips that carpet from up under your feet. Remember, I started this off by saying all the things you love. Okay, well, this is la 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 la, and got comfortable, all the things I love, and then rip, something happens. But this is in the fear space, remember. So we have to wash this fear out by thinking another thought or putting our mind in a different outcome of a reality, okay? I'm also saying this as an outcome. Some of you guys feel like, well, I've been doing this and I've been putting in work and I've been trying that and I haven't been seeing no results, right? And what if, I finally do see something and rip, it disappears. It dissipates just like this smoke. You know what I'm saying? Again, we have to think of a different outcome. We're traveling right now, and we're going to put ourselves in a reality where the outcome is income, where the outcome is happy, where the outcome is something we actually desire. Not the fear, but the desire, okay? It's okay. Some people have been made to feel like you're not supposed to desire nothing. If you never get nothing else, whatever. Okay, we grateful and all of that. But like I said, if you're watching this video, more than likely you got some type of mission that needs to be fulfilled. We're raising the vibration of this planet. We're moving things forward. And we all need to be in tune and on our jobs and on our assignments, okay? Let's see what you look like during this time. How are you coming across? Ooh, the Six of Swords. So something wasn't working, right? Something wasn't right. This reminds me of the dream that I had that I posted where I said you were in a theater, right? And you stood up and you were getting ready to leave and a spotlight got on you. And so people knew you were about to leave, but when you were looking in the crowd, it's almost as if you were looking in a crowd of zombies. And everybody's looking at the stage and they're just glued with their eyes to the stage, but you look on the stage and there's nothing there. And so you like, listen, I gotta go. And when you get ready to leave out of the theater, there's this van waiting for you, it's the security waiting for you, it's the people who driving waiting for you, and you got somewhere else to be. You got something else to do. I feel like this is urgent now. Like I'm getting excited because I feel like now you have somewhere to be. Now you have something to do. You got somewhere, your services are needed elsewhere, right? And so it's looking like you're not sitting in that crowd anymore. You're not sitting watching a blank stage anymore. You're not zombified. You're not asleep. You're totally awake. You're fully aware of what's going on. The illusion is not getting you. And this is your time to get up and get out. You're breaking free from some type of mental programming. You're breaking free from some type of maybe even religious programming. You're breaking free from something and people could see, oh, you getting on. Oh, you ain't sitting there no more. Okay. So you look like you're moving or you look like you're making moves. Okay. You're moving on to something better for you. All right. I want to pull another one. What's another way that you're being seen at this time? Ooh, the Hierophant. And remember, in that dream, if you go back and watch it, I told you there were people who their eyes were glued to the stage, and some of them, most of them were zombified, but some of them saw you. They saw you rising. They saw you moving out of an area, a mindset, a job. They saw you moving out of it and going somewhere different. You woke people up. And you're being seen right now as the Hierophant. Okay? You got a lot to teach and to tell and to contribute onto this planet. You have a lot of that, okay? Like I was saying with this young man here, this Knight of Wands, my jumper, right? He goes from all these different dimensions and he gets to see things. He has access to realms that the average person wouldn't because he's able, he can go through the different dimensions and he has all the technology and all the kings and all the people, they trust him. So he's able to go into places that they can't even go in and he's supposed to report back to the kings and tell them what he saw. So this one person, because of the access to different realms, they are able to come back and teach even kings. So it doesn't matter your status, it doesn't matter your qualifications. If God allows you access to certain things, you're going to be the one to be able to bring back that information, okay? It doesn't matter your age, your size, your this, your that. If you got the juice, you got the juice, okay? And so you're being seen as the look to person. And you know what I'm even getting? Some of you guys, people ain't gonna tell you this. They may not tell you it, but you are the guru of something. You're good. It's like mastering something within yourself. It's like you're mastering something within yourself. And then of course it is your duty, your service here on the internet or on the planet to teach. Okay? Take what you learn and give it back. All right. Let's see what it is that is the hope. Well, there's the Empress. And there's that teleportation device that I was talking about when I said this Knight of Wands is the jumper. Okay, so this is the teleportation device. People are now able to travel intergalactically to get to these other planets and, tap into those different vibes, right? And so you're going places for the very first time. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're tapping into something, right? And as I was telling you with this Hierophant, like you've mastered something within yourself, you've learned something, you've been through some things, you were able to tap in, and now you're teaching. And this is putting you in that legendary status. It's in alignment. You're aligning yourself, not just because of, oh, you were legend and you did this and did that, but it's what changes you bring to the planet, right? With this here, going to this entirely different realm. Like it's what you contribute and what you bring to the planet or what you create for the very, very first time. This is what you will be remembered by. Okay. It's like your creations will live on. All right. And of course, with this Empress, Fellas Take Out replies, this is you being top of your class, best in your game. You're walking in your purpose. And when you are walking in your purpose, you're tapping into what is individually for you. Okay. So it's like if I got a filing cabinet, it's like this person can look at my file, this person can look at my file, but you cannot have what's on my paper. You know what I'm saying? That's specifically for me. And so for some of you guys, you got your file and we looking through it and people are like, oh man, this is what they can do. This is what they can do. Let me try to take that. And no, you can't. That's for you. So if you notice you can do something, just because other people around you can't do it, don't mean that you crazy and don't mean you're not supposed to be doing it. You go ahead and do your thing. Be weird, be different, stand out. Okay. Whatever it is that you got on your file, you have full permission to use it. Okay. Let us see What is the outcome? What can we expect? Ooh, the King of Wands. And there's some type of graduation going on. Okay. So it's like the night you are able to see things, tap into things, you know things, you get to discover new things. Now, in this deck, he reports it back to the king. And as you can see, again, it's with this, it's not about being young, but it's about tapping into things for the very first time and being able to capitalize off of them. Okay. So again, just because you may be the only one doing something, or it's not common in your family to be a certain place or do a certain thing, it doesn't mean you're not supposed to be doing it. Okay. You're the first of many, and you will be like he is. He's the youngest king out of the entire deck though. Okay. So he is the young king, representing all of those who, like Mr. Beast. Like Mr. Beast is relatively young, but he is the king of what he does, right? And you got all these other people who are young, but they're tapping into social media and all of the new things that are becoming the thing that will be the main thing in a few years. Okay. And so you will be able to capitalize and put yourself in a really good position now, so that when that time comes, you just sitting on a pile of money, or you're sitting on your throne at the empire. Okay. These things are what you're going to do, or this is what's becoming of your life, what you're aligning yourself with. Okay. Bottom of the deck. And it just writes itself. My God, look at that. That's the Queen of Wands. And she, again, is representing that energy of, you're doing it, you're tapping into something brand new, and it's not going to take you a long time. It's not going to take you, 50 and 60 years. It's not one of those things like you guys have creations that are going to live on beyond you, but you're going to be able to see here to live, to see those creations. You're going to be able to see what they come to. Okay. And of course, the legend and the legacy will continue on, but you're going to be here. You're going to be young enough to see it and run around with the grandkids and all that kind of stuff and the great grandkids. Okay. It's a family affair. It's generational. You're passing it down to the next group of people. All right. And I just want one more card to wrap this all up. Oh, and also, remember I was saying about this, all the things you love, Ace of Cups with relationships. So a lot of you guys may be mating up this season, because in this deck, these two together create this teleportation that allows you to go intergalactically. Their love travels intergalactically, right? So you may have a strong power player in the romance department this year, where you guys will be able to build things that contribute, that really contribute to the earth and the evolving of it, to the point where we don't even have to live on this planet anymore. We can choose from several different planets to live on. Okay. Take that how it applies. My mind gonna go there. I'm gonna go real big, right? But take that how it applies in your life. You may want to open up a center for children in your neighborhood, right? That's the same thing, right? Same energy. Let me get one more card to wrap it up for the collective vibes general reading. Oh, Queen of Cups. Now, she is very colorful and very expressive, okay? So you might find a friend. You guys might link up. They have two different type of vibes. Her thing is more so physical projects. Hers is more so tapping into like the emotional type of projects, helping and healing. And she's very, nurturing and intuitive, right? Her vibes are like that. Her vibes are very more so, yeah, physical. Let's get out there. Let's build this. Let's make this. Let's move and let's shake and let's go here and do that. Okay, so you might find a good partner, friend, fellas, take it how it applies, and you balance each other out. Remember, I said all the things you love. So this may be a friend who you already have. You and your girlfriends get to kick it more this year. You get to express more of how you feel this year. You have somebody who is like your equal, no jealousy and all of that. It's like they're facing each other. They're not rivals, right? People who are really, really on your level. Okay. Matching it up. And then of course that Empress is there. And for some of you all, I want you to get in tune. Again, I keep saying all the things you love, because in the past, it may have been, you see that competition, that jealousy. This is what I'm saying. You're going to be surrounded by people who are like your vibrational match. You guys just get each other. You can learn from each other, and, you can help build. But then again, everybody is a queen in their own sector. They got their own thing going on. So it ain't no reason, for them to look at the other like, whatever, so that is what I get. Man, that was pretty fine reading. Okay, so it looks like things are going up. All the things you love will be happening this year, okay? So just be open to it and remember that word, allow, okay? So let's take a deep breath in and blow it out. And that's how we're going to close out this reading. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this video, follow me on all my social media. For more videos, head on over to Patreon. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.